Hey guys, we're going to look at comparing fractions again today. We're on page 205 and 206. Our example says Meg and Jay poured pink lemonade for themselves. Meg's glass was 5/8 full, so if we look at her glass, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those parts are full. Jay's glass was 7/8 full. So you can see he's got 7/8 full and 1/8 left. The fractions 5/8 and 7/8 have the same denominator. Remember, that's our bottom number in a fraction. It's telling us how many equal parts it's broken into. Compare the numerators. So if my denominators are the same, I can just look at the numerators. And I know that 5 is less than 7. So if I were using symbols, it might look like this. 5/8 is less than 7/8. Label the model with the correct fractions, then compare the fractions. Circle the greater fraction. Remember that greater means more. So this fraction, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3/6. And on this fraction, I have 2/6. So I've labeled now. Now I have to circle the greater fraction. Well, it's easy to see. 3/6 is greater than 2/6. Now we're going to look at 3/8 and 7/8, and this is modeled on a number line. So if I'm looking at my number line, I have 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8 would go right here, 7/8 would go right here, and which one is greater? Well, obviously 7/8 because it's further along on the number line. Okay, turn our paper over. On page 206, we're going to compare each measuring cup with this one that is 3/6 full. So this is the one that we're looking at, and we're going to compare these amounts to it. Write the correct fraction in each blank. Blank is less than 3/6. Well, let's look at our options. We have 5/6 here. That's obviously more because it goes up to the fifth line. This one goes 1, 2, 3 lines, but it's 1/2. And this one goes up 2 lines, and so that's 2/6. So if I look at this, going up 2 lines is definitely less than going up 3 lines. So 2/6 is our fraction that's less. Now, if I'm thinking about equal, I can see up here that this one goes 1, 2, 3. And this one also is 1, 2, 3. So 1/2 is an equivalent fraction that is equal to 3/6. And then finally, question 5, what is greater than 3/6? Well, the one that has the most and has more is right here. And this one tells us that it is 5/6 of the way full. All right, last section. Use the number line to compare fractions. Write the correct words in each blank. So 5/8 and 2/8, and here's my word bank, is less than, is greater than, is equal to. So first we're going to look at 5/8 and 2/8. So here's 5/8 and here's 2/8. Well, 5/8 is more than 2/8, and more means greater. So 5/8 is greater than 2/8. Number 7, we've got 4/8 and 1/2. Now they're both at the same tick mark on the number line. So what does that mean? Well, that means that they are equal. So 4/8 is equal to 1/2. Okay, 1/8 and 6/8. Here's 1/8, here's 6/8. Well, 1/8 is less than 6/8. And finally, 7/8 and 5/8. Here's 7/8, here's 5/8. So 7/8 over here is definitely more than 5/8. So is greater than. And that's all for page 205 and 206. If you have any questions, you know where to ask them, Class Dojo or Google Comments. Bye, guys.